I got my fresh battery in here. And now we're gonna go upstairs. Check out what's here. Selection of wine. You've got your Chuhais. Chuhai is basically just Japanese alcohol with lemon, grapefruit. There's some kind of fruity mix. Yeah, you can get all kinds of things. You got, of course, beer. Some of these are really strong too. Like this one's 9%. 9%. A couple of these, you know, knock you on your butt. So yeah. So how much is beer? How much is beer? So a 6-pack is 570 yen. Keep the exchange rate in mind. I think it's just under a US dollar now for 100 yen, give or take, something like that. Look at that, they got some craft beers here. They're a bit more expensive. 450. So yeah, all kinds of beers. One can. See, you can buy them by the can. How awesome is that? Soft drinks, all kinds. CC lemon. This is like 100 lemons or something. No, 50. Look at that. 50 lemons worth of vitamin C. So if you believe that vitamin C helps a cold, have one of these. And if you're not cured in a day, guess what? You were wrong. Tomato juice, vegetable juice. A liter, 900 grams of vegetable juice, Del Monte, 169. About $1.60 US, $1.55, something like that. Now here's the frozen food section. A lot of stuff here is meant to cook. It's pre-prepared, you know, because it involves, you know, it's a complicated recipe. You don't want to have to do it all at home. So, you know, they got meatballs with cheese in them, or they've got these tuna and mayonnaise, like fried tuna and mayonnaise croquette type things. You know, Salisbury steak, like hamburger patties that are meant to be eaten as a meal. You know? So these are dishes that just take a while to prepare, but they're not really a meal. Whereas in Canada, you can go and you've got Stouffer's and you've got all kinds of brands. I'm sure the State's the same thing, right? You've got all kinds of brands of just, you know, heat it up and eat it meals, the complete meal. You might have, like, I don't know, a meat and pasta, or you might have whatever. Here, frozen food is much more about, you know, just kind of doing a lot of the work for you, and then you just have to heat the food up. But usually you'll heat it up in a frying pan or in the oven or something like that. Well, I know you'll heat up a frozen meal in the oven. What I mean is that this is not the whole meal. This is like this, for example, this is just rice. Am I making any sense? Or is it time for me to go to sleep? All right, maybe it's getting late. Maybe it's getting late. My brain's not working like it should be anymore. What are we looking for? Oh yeah, all right, let's have a, here got more drinks. We already saw the drink aisle. And you got some basics, baking basics here. Flour, sugar. You got instant soups. More instant soups and ramens and stuff. Well, not ramen, sorry. These are like Knorrs. It's not even Japanese, come on. It's Knorr. We'll go down here. There's more alcohol over here. So there's tons of alcohol in this supermarket. There's a bunch of alcoholics around here. Here we got Japanese vinegars. We got like black vinegar or black apple vinegar. No, that'd be apple black vinegar. Black vinegar was a big thing a few years ago. I don't know if it still is. People used to take that, you know, for health, because black vinegar is supposed to, I don't know, every few years there's always something about how vinegar is good for your health, right? And people start taking it and then they forget about it. Here we got soy sauces, whole bunch of soy sauces. Here's the Kiko Man. You probably know about the Kiko Man. There you go. Kiko Man is famous. This stuff here is amazing. So this says kimuchi. So there's the Japanese pronunciation of kimchi. And this is nabe, which is basically just means hot pot. So you use this, right? Throw it in, you add a bit, so yeah, what's wrong with my tongue tonight? I can't speak. You add some water, and then you add a bunch of veggies and some like meat. It's typically pork, but I guess, you know, if you don't like pork, or if you can't eat pork, then throw in something different, doesn't matter. This kimchi flavor is nice and strong. Whatever meat you put in there, or even no meat, it's gonna be amazing. This stuff is absolutely incredible. Like, if it wasn't so damn heavy, I would just like, hey, who wants to buy some? I'll send it to you. But, you know, this is like $2 US, give or take. And probably cost me 10 bucks just to ship it. So unless you want to pay like 20 bucks for one of these, it's probably not worth selling. But man, they're good. They are so freaking good. Just, yeah, throw in a bunch of vegetables. Bam. That is your meal. That and a bowl of rice. That's your meal for the next, because you make a whole bunch at once, right? I make that. That's all they eat for like 4 days. And it's not a tiresome 4 days. It's pretty awesome. You can also freeze it. Tea. Here we go. Here's a mugi cha. This is not green tea. This is mugi. So it's, mugi is like wheat or barley. I keep forgetting. I think it's barley. Barley? I think it's barley. I think mugi's barley. Anyway, it's like a wheat or barley tea. It's pretty good. It's cheap. Buy all those tea bags. Seaweed. There you go. Oh, roasted seaweed. Yakinori. That's probably pretty good. You know, don't tell the Japanese this, but I actually prefer Korean seaweed. I'm not a big seaweed eater in general, period. But if I have to eat a piece of seaweed, it's going to be the Korean seaweed. I think it's salty, right? Is that what they... I don't know. Anyway, it's slightly different. I actually like the flavor a bit better. Of course, Japanese seaweed, you know, on the onigiri, that's fine. That's fine. Pasta sauce. Pasta sauces here, like the Japanese ones, not really the best. Not really the best. Like these right here. Pretty terrible meat sauce, honestly. This actually says miso sauce, meat sauce. It's not great. I would not recommend this, as I would not recommend this one really, or any of these. I think I'd go with an import one. You know, the Barilla, however you pronounce that. Is that Barilla? Barilla? Barilla. Barilla. Here we got some more, you know, I mean, sugo, what's that? Sugo and mi mascarpone. Sugo, ow, not me. What's wrong with my eyes? Sugo al basilico. That sounds pretty good. My Italian needs work, apparently. Here I got a bunch of sauces. Sauces for takoyaki, which is little opticus or octopus dumplings. Seriously, I must be drunk. Maybe the beer I had like 3 days ago is still, it's running through my veins. It's giving me flashbacks because apparently my tongue is having a lot of trouble tonight. Oh, look at that. Oh, by the way, okay. I'm going to share a secret with you right here, right now. This right here. This right here. Tasty, tasty salad dressing. Japanese. Wahoo, Japanese style. I love it, I love it, I love it. I want to buy 10 cases of it. I also like this sesame. You got to mix it up, of course. You don't want that oil all accumulating at the bottom. This is also amazing. And it says right here in English, sesame. So there you go. There is the English. Goma. That's how you say sesame in Japanese. Now this is the Kewpie brand. You got to be specific. All right. It's the Kewpie Tasty Dressing brand. That's the one. They have other Kewpies. This is also Kewpie. Not the same line. This is the one. This is the one you want. This is the one you want for Japanese. I'm telling you, get that. If you're in Japan, thank me later. If you're not in Japan, let me know. You want me? I'll start selling this stuff. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'll start a website. I'll sell that stuff. I'll send it to you. Curry. Here's another one. Why don't we have this? What is this? It's curry. It's curry in a little boiler bag. It's just It's a little pouch, right? Take it out of here. You can even microwave it if you don't want to boil it, but it's a little pouch. Throw it in a boiling pot of water for 3 minutes. Throw that on some rice. I suppose if you want to eat it with bread or whatever else you want to eat it with, that's fine. But it's some good stuff. It's like a buck. Look, it's 108. It's a buck for one of these. I did see these in Canada at an Asian supermarket, you know, where all the little imports were, like the Japanese imports. One of these, and I forget what brand it was, but I think it was House. Anyway, I think one of these was like $4. There's no reason that this stuff is selling for $4. You sell it for $2. I'd pay $2 for that. I wasn't gonna pay $4. Here's another one. Stew, just a what they call it here, a white sauce stew. And this is also pretty tasty. Throw it on some rice, and that's some good stuff. A little salt and pepper. Here's the premium ones. They're a lot more expensive. This is the best milk chocolate in the world. I haven't tried every single one in the world, so I could be wrong about that. But I've tried a few, at least 5 or 6. And I'm going to say that this one is the best. It's better than Meiji. I'm sorry, Japan. I'm sorry, because here's the thing. Meiji, Japanese company. Lotte, Korean company. Korea has kicked butt with milk chocolate. I don't know what they've done. It's smooth. It's not overly sweet. It's sweet enough without being cloying. And it's smooth. It's got a nice velvety texture. Oh, look. You want to buy a bag of Lay's? Only $3.50 US. It's like $5 Canadian. That's a deal. I should buy everything that's there. Buy all of them? At that price, I could probably resell them to double. People will pay $10 for that. Here's the ramen aisle. Funny enough, I think you can find just as many ramens in a local convenience store. Yeah. No reason to come here for ramen, except the price. It's going to be a little cheaper here. You know, $1.50. You might pay a couple of bucks for the premium ones, but they're pretty good. They're worth it. Yeah, these are good. You'd be surprised at how good these can be for $2. If you're going to start paying much more than that, though, you're better off just to go to a ramen shop. Ooh, hair coloring. I should change the color of my hair. What color do you think I would look good in? Dark brown? Light brown? Maybe I should just go like a jet black. I colored my hair this morning. You just can't tell, but I did. Alright, there's not much else to show here, so I'm just gonna buy my bread. My bread on sale, 20% off. You know what I should do? I should go downstairs and see if they're 30% off now. Because I've been walking around the supermarket for like an hour, and the closer you get to closing time, the bigger the discounts get. That's it, there's no more. They're all gone. Good thing I grabbed it, eh? Lucky thing I grabbed it. That's thinking. See, I knew it, because this stuff's amazing. This is kind of an interesting little snack. Bread with bacon throughout, and then they cut it, and then they lay it out like a leaf shape type of thing. I'm gonna get it, because I'm not fat enough, and I need to be fatter.